So today I'm going to show you how to set up a split test in WordPress. And the reason you want to use this is because it's going to let you test out different elements of your page to see which converts better. To see which one will get you either more visitors to subscribe or which page will get more people to click the buy button. What we're going to do first is I want you to log into Google Analytics. If you don't already have Google Analytics installed on your website, go ahead and do that. I've included a link in the article below on installing Google Analytics onto your WordPress site. And once you've done that, you're going to go ahead and go down to the Behavior tab on the left-hand side and click on Experiments. And we're going to use something called Google Content Experiments to run our test. So what we want to do is we want to go ahead and click Create Experiment. And so this will give us the front page on creating the experiment. Now, before we create the experiment, we need to do three things. We need to create three pages on our WordPress site. So first, you might already have this created, but it will be the original page. So the page that we're going to start with. Second, you want to have your page that will be the test page. So basically the changes you're going to make are going to be on that test page, and then we'll compare that to the original page. And finally, you'll have your confirmation page. So if that's for email subscribers, it might be the thank you page, or if it's for people who are purchasing, it might be a thank you for your purchase page. So on my site, I went ahead and set up these three pages already. So we have, I just made them really simple, just test page 1, then we have test page 2, and then a confirm test page. So let me go ahead and let me show you really quickly what I have. So you see it's just test page 1, and I have a link, and when they click that link, it takes them to the confirm page. Here's test page 2, again, just very simple, click here to convert. And then finally, when they click here to convert, it takes them to my third page, which is the test page confirm page. So I'm going to be using test page 1 as my original page. So I'm going to go ahead and copy the URL and go ahead and paste it into this spot right here. And we can go ahead and remove the HTTP part. And I'll show us a quick preview of what the page looks like. So I know, again, it says test page 1, so I know we're on the correct page. I'm going to click Start Experimenting. And it'll load up the page for me. So now I'm going to go ahead and give the experiment a name. And this name can be whatever you want. It's for internal purposes only. So we could say test page example. We're going to skip objective for the moment. You then have the option what percentage of traffic to experiment with. You can either do 100% of the traffic. That means that if you have 100%, that means that everyone will get directed to either your original page or your experimental page. If you do like 50%, then 50% will get sent to either of those pages, while 50% will be sent only to the original page. And you can choose your percentage right here. I usually do 100% unless you have a specific reason that you want to only maybe test this out on a small portion of your site. And then I also email notification for important changes. Just very good to have that on. And make sure you just select the email address you want it to be sent to. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to create an objective. First off, if you already have goals set up within your analytics site, you can choose one of those goals. If you're new to analytics, you won't have any goals, so you'll need to create a new objective, which is a goal. So we're going to go ahead and create a new objective right now. And again, we're going to name this goal so we can call it whatever we want. So I'm just going to call it test conversion. Oops, let me just fix that spelling. And then you can choose a couple different types of a couple different types of goals. The one I use the most is destination, basically when someone reaches a URL. And then we'll go ahead and click next step. And then finally, you're going to put in the URL that is the destination page, which will be the confirm page. So I'm going to go and grab my confirm page. And I'm going to go ahead and paste it in here. And then I'm going to go ahead and delete the actual domain name. We don't need that. And we can leave that. And then you can leave equals to. And then value, you can assign a value if you want. If maybe if this is a confirmed page after a purchase, you can put the purchase amount in here so you can keep track of that. Funnel, don't worry about that for right now. You can have that off. And then just go ahead and click Create Goal. So now we see our goal is right here, test conversion. So what we're going to want to do is we want to now go back to the experiment page. So I just clicked on reporting up here, and then we'll go ahead and click on our test page example. Now we can select from the goals, we can select our conversion. So let's see, we are right here, test conversion. That's the one I just created. Now I can click next step. Now we're going to put in the URL. So again, here's the original page. And then what I want to do is I want to add my variation 1 page. So I'll go ahead and we'll go back to test page 2 and grab the URL again. I'm just going to copy that and paste it in here. And we can put a name. I'm just going to call it variation 1. Again, here's a preview of that page. Then I'll click next step. Finally, we're going to want to grab the code and insert it onto our page. Now, one of the things you'll need that makes it a lot easier to add this code is there's a plugin that you can download for free. And it is called Content Experiments. Sorry, it's called Google Content Experiments. So right here. And you can go ahead and install that on your site. And what it'll do is it just lets you really easily insert the experiments code. So I'm going to go to test page 1 and scroll down to the very bottom. And you'll see right here, when you come in here by default, it'll be off. So you can see here it says page is the original page of the content, which is my page, test page 1. So I'm going to go ahead and click yes, this is my original page. I've already inserted the experiments code, but you can get that from Google Analytics. You just click manually insert the code. You just copy this code right here, and you go ahead and paste it right here. Finally, we click next step. And it's going to validate your code, make sure it's on the original and the variation page. Mine has the experiment code for another page I was running, so that's why it says I have the wrong code here. Yours will say that it is found. If it's not, then it'll let you know, and you have to make sure you have the correct code put in there. And once you're done, click Start Experiment. We can go to Experiments List. And then you see here, Test Page Example. It's now running. And we can click here, and it'll start populating data as it collects data. So as people visit those pages, it'll send them to either your original page or the test page, and then see which one converts more. And that's how you set up a split test in WordPress and in Google Analytics.